Welcome to this explainer, decoding the 6 hidden signs of aging. Have you ever wondered what exactly separates those healthy, vibrant 75-year-olds, the ones briskly walking around the neighborhood, from folks who experience a sudden, almost invisible decline? We kind of tend to think of aging as just a gradual, unavoidable slide, but the data, it tells a completely different story. There's a literal crossroads that we all approach, and the signs pointing you toward a healthy, independent future, well, they aren't always what you'd expect. In fact, they're often entirely overlooked. So let's decode these 6 hidden signs of aging together. To kick things off, I want you to evaluate your own day right now. Seriously, ask yourself, how many people have you actually spoken to today? Just hold that number in your head for a second. Now, it might seem completely unrelated to your physical muscles or your joints, but as we'll see, tiny, seemingly insignificant daily interactions like a quick conversation actually hold the master key to your future physical health. Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're examining a stark contrast. On one side, we have the visible reality of a healthy, energetic 75-year-old just going about their usual life. But on the other side, we have someone experiencing a silent, unnoticed physical decline. And the tricky part about this decline is that it happens so quietly. Walking speed drops just a tiny fraction. Outings become just slightly less frequent. It literally sneaks up on you, progressing silently in the background while you assume everything is perfectly fine, mostly because, well, you haven't had a major health crisis yet. But we aren't just guessing here. I came across this massive study from the National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology. They tracked over 4,200 elderly individuals for 7 full years. And what they found? It completely changed how I look at getting older. They discovered that the folks who eventually required nursing care didn't just have sudden medical emergencies. Instead, they consistently displayed specific, everyday signs long before they lost their independence. Let's start counting down from number 6.
Sign number 6 is your conversational frequency. When we stop talking to people, our brain stimulation drops drastically. Think of it using this brilliant metaphor. Skipping daily conversation is like an untrodden walking path getting overgrown with weeds, right? If you used to walk a path every day and then suddenly stopped, the weeds would just take over, making it incredibly hard to pass through later. Well, the neural pathways in your brain do the exact same thing. When those conversational circuits aren't used, they begin to dull and overgrow.
And the data on this is absolutely shocking. In a related 10-year tracking study, researchers found that individuals who socialize and converse less than once a week face a staggering 1.4 times higher risk of eventually needing nursing care compared to those who socialize weekly. To put that in perspective, it's a vicious cycle. Less talking leads to less going out, which leads to less walking. It's like you're pressing the brake and the gas pedal at the exact same time. You want to stay healthy, but your lack of social interaction is actively working against your physical body. So how do we fix this? The best part is you absolutely don't need to host a 5-course dinner party to clear those weeds from your brain's pathways. Here are 3 gentle, highly actionable daily habits. Step 1, just greet your neighbors. Step 2, consciously say thank you to the clerks at the grocery store. Step 3, make a quick phone call to your family. It's that easy. Just the simple act of saying hello can bring back massive brain stimulation. Moving on to sign number 5, grip strength. Now, you might think, oh, my hands are just a bit tired. It's just a normal part of getting older. But grip strength is not just about your hands. It's actually a physical mirror reflecting your entire body's internal factory production level. If you're struggling to open a jar, it's like a factory where the low production output is first noticed at the exit door. If your hands are weak, it's a massive, almost secret warning sign that your core and lower body muscles, the true engine of your factory, are also quietly weakening. The Japan Geriatric Society proved exactly how critical this is. They tracked elderly individuals over 8 years and found that those with lower grip strength had a 1.6 times higher risk of developing walking difficulties in the future. Just let that sink in for a second. The strength in your hands is a direct predictor of whether you'll be able to walk comfortably down the line. It is all connected. But regaining this independence doesn't require intense, sweaty gym workouts. You can build this right into your everyday life. Step 1, when you're doing laundry or cleaning, wring your towels out firmly. Step 2, when carrying groceries, split the bags so you carry them in both hands. Step 3, make a habit of opening bottles by hand slowly, instead of always reaching for that handy rubber grip gadget in your kitchen drawer. Continually using your hands activates your arms, shoulders, and back, which improves blood circulation and, surprisingly enough, even stabilizes your walking. Now we arrive at sign number 4, balance. I want you to do a quick interactive check with me. Right now, or maybe the next time you stand up, ask yourself,
Can you stand on one leg unassisted for a few seconds? Balance is a massive indicator of aging, not just because you might physically fall, but because of the psychological terror that falling introduces into your life. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what happens when you do stumble. A small trip or fall is like a pebble dropped in a pond. The splash might be small, and hey, you might not even get hurt. But the ripples spread wide and deep. About 40% of people who experience a fall develop a lingering fear of falling again. Because of those ripples of fear, they stop going outside. Because they stop going outside, they lose critical leg muscle. And because they lose that muscle, they become even more likely to fall. It's a silent cascade that absolutely ruins independence. To stop those ripples and remove that fear, you have to reclaim your leg strength. Try these really simple morning habits. Step 1. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. Just, lightly hold the sink for safety. Step 2. Practice slow sit-to-stands from a sturdy chair. Step 3. Pay attention to engaging your glutes and thigh muscles during your everyday chores. Building up your glutes and thighs is literally the absolute best way to ensure stability and get your confidence back to step out that front door. Let's look at sign number 3, walking speed. Here's your next challenge. When you cross the street at a pedestrian crossing, can you easily make it to the other side while the light is still green? Or are you just barely making it? If you find yourself trailing behind friends when you walk together, don't just write it off as getting older. Walking speed is a surprisingly crucial metric. Why? Because walking speed isn't just about how strong your legs are. It's the ultimate report card for your entire body. To walk briskly, you need your heart acting as a strong engine, your lungs functioning as an efficient ventilation system, and your muscles providing the power. When your walking speed slows down, it means the combined interconnected engine of your cardiovascular and muscular systems is declining. The National Cerebral and Cardiovascular Center measured the walking speed of about 5,000 seniors and tracked them for 6 years. The results? The slower walkers had a mortality rate roughly 1.5 times higher than the faster walkers. But the fix is incredibly simple. Walk for just 10 minutes a day. Now, don't just shuffle. Consciously push your chest out slightly and widen your stride a little bit more than usual. That one simple adjustment actively forces your heart and lungs to work efficiently together. Okay, we're down to sign number 2, flexibility. Let's do another quick check. If you sit on the floor, can you stretch your legs straight out in front of you? Do you struggle with putting on socks in the morning, complete with a little involuntary groan? Does it ache to pick something up from the floor? A lot of people think flexibility is just a nice-to-have fitness trait, but a lack of flexibility actually has severe internal consequences. When your muscles are stiff, it restricts your chest and back from moving properly, which makes your breathing dangerously shallow. Think of this vivid analogy. Forcing stiff muscles to move is like bending a rusted accordion hose. When you bend that rusted hose, water struggles to flow through, and the hose itself gets damaged. Well, your blood is that water. A study of middle-aged and elderly individuals showed that those with low flexibility had a significantly higher rate of stiffened blood vessels. Basically, hard muscles lead to hard arteries. The great news is that reclaiming your flexibility naturally softens and repairs those blood vessels too. So here's what you do. Step 1, sit in a chair or on the floor and gently stretch your legs forward. Step 2, roll your shoulders in large, slow circles. Step 3, and this is vital, do not hold your breath when you stretch. Keep breathing slowly and deeply. This gentle routine restores both your breathing capacity and your blood circulation. Now we arrive at the final and arguably most surprising sign of all, your mental age. Specifically, the master switch of believing and vocalizing, "I'm too old for this." When you constantly say things like, "It's no use, I'm too old," you are literally putting a physical lid on your body's drive. Your brain hears you say you're too old, and it obliges by shutting down your motivation to move, to talk, and to engage. And that brings our entire narrative together. Think back to the 6 signs we just decoded: conversation, grip strength, balance, walking speed, flexibility, and mindset. These aren't 6 isolated problems. No, they're gears in a single interconnected machine. If you talk to people, you go out more. If you go out, your walking speed and balance are maintained. If your walking speed is maintained, your mindset stays bright and optimistic. The machine works in total harmony. And the engine powering the whole shebang, that's your mindset. So I want to leave you with one final provocative question. What is one small thing you are looking forward to tomorrow? It could be watering a plant, enjoying a cup of coffee, or calling a friend. Finding that daily purpose keeps the master switch flipped firmly to on.
If any of these signs resonated with you today, don't panic. Bring them up proactively with your doctor. Tell them you want to check your grip strength or your walking speed. And most importantly, if you know someone, a parent, a partner, a friend, who has been walking a little slower lately, please share this explainer with them right now. A little bit of knowledge today can protect their independence tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep moving forward.